Hey everybody, today I'm going to give you a secret interview tip that has worked for lots of people, including myself. I say it's a secret interview tip because for you I'm going to share it with you, but please don't share it with a lot of other people. This is exclusively for my viewers here. The interview tip goes like this. When you're interviewing, you can either be interviewing with a panel of people or one-on-one with a hiring manager. You will be bombarded by questions. Questions like, what do you want to be in your life? Where do you see your future going? How can you apply your skills to the position that we're trying to fill here? Here's where the secret comes in. At the end of the interviewer asking you about all these different questions, they're going to sit back, they're going to say, do you have any questions for me? Here is where the secret comes about. At that point, you can then say, with all that you know about my background and the questions that I've answered, are there any issues that you can see in recommending me for this position? Here's where that question really helps out. So the interviewer can answer one of two ways. They can say, no, I think you're perfect for the position. And if they answer that way, then the interview's done. You go and you shake their hand and say, thank you for interviewing me. I look forward to working with you in the future. Or they can say, yeah, I do have an issue. I don't know about your experience in this particular area. And what that allows you to do then is you can then address that issue right while you're in front of that person in that interview. Keep in mind that if they have an issue and they take that issue back, typically there's this summary meeting that happens with all the people that have interviewed you, and they're going to bring up that issue, and that could be a roadblock to you actually getting that position. What that allows you to do then is you can then address that issue while you're right in front of that interviewer. Let me share with you a perfect example of where that helped me. So here I was a mid-level manager, and I was interviewing for a marketing manager position with Hewlett Packard, very large company. As I was interviewing, one of the people who interviewed me was a sales manager from Japan, very high-level guy. At the end of my call with him, I asked him that question. Given all that you know about me, are there any issues that would prevent you from recommending me for this position? He very honestly answered, yes. I don't see that you have sales experience in your background. So how can you be a marketing manager without sales experience? At that point, I was able to say, my first job was in sales development, supporting the sales engineers. I then went into product marketing, where everything was done to support our sales force. I then became a region manager and was responsible and had quota setting for all of our salespeople. At that point, he said, okay, stop. He says, I realize now you have a lot of sales experience, so I'm going to therefore recommend you for this position. Keep in mind, he had that issue in the back of his mind, and what I was able to do was to address the issue while we were in the interview. So with that, was able to get his recommendation, and ultimately I was able to get that job. Again, this is a secret interviewing tip. It's worked for countless people that I've coached, and hopefully it will work for you as well. All right. Thank you. Take care.